Hello everybody and welcome back to more of the Agent series where we're finishing Chapter 1.
This is Watcher 2 to Cipher 9. Verify that you're receiving and prepare for takeoff. We've located the Eagle.
Watcher 2, you're fantastic.
I certainly am. And you're going to love this. We knew the Eagle had abandoned his old base, but until you neutralized that last cell, we didn't know the details. Now we do. The Eagle is on Hutter. Get there as soon as you can.
It all comes back to the beginning.
For you, at least. I have to go now, Cipher, but I'll brief you on site. Watcher 2 out.
Aha! So we know where he's at. Well, we know where the Eagle's at. Well, there's obviously higher-ups than the Eagle, but, you know, that was evident by the fact that, you know, one man couldn't plan all this. It's a group organization. I'm sure it's kind of like one of those things where there's, you know, corporations involved and stuff like that. However, if we take down the Eagle, we can then move on to finding out where those other people are. So this is one step in the right direction that we actually needed to be going to.
Signal received. Transmission secure. Alright, Cipher. Looks like this is the real thing. Ready to invade the Eagle's nest?
You better believe it.
The Eagle and his men are holed up in an old refinery beneath the river. Sending coordinates now. You'll lead the forward assault, but military reinforcements will surround the base and follow you in. Primary objective is to capture or eliminate the Eagle himself.
Acknowledged and understood.
Your secondary objective is the eradicators. The terrorists have begun launching their biomechanical weapons over Imperial worlds. Once the devices are ready, the terrorists can fire on cities and military bases from orbit.
Why haven't the devices been activated already?
It could be the eradicators aren't fully mature. It could be their activation is more complicated than expected. When you're in that base, don't let anyone escape. Don't let the Eagle murder again. Watcher 2 out.
So there's a couple things there, but the first thing is that you're going to notice a outfit change. This probably isn't the best outfit change that I've had, but it is one of those outfit changes that is necessary. And let me kind of explain this before people go like, "Oh, you look like a trooper." So, yeah, of course I do. And the reason why is because troopers are going into combat knowing that they're going to be facing heavy resistance. They're wearing armor. They're wearing stuff that allows them to be tactical. You know, they could put different things within the armor that help protect them or help defeat other enemies. So he's just wearing tactical gear because he knows he's taking out an entire base by himself. That was my thought process behind it. Probably not the best outfit, but it's what I chose. So, moving on. The second thing there is that she was really attached to the fact that he's quote-unquote murdering people. She specifically said don't let him murder anybody else. So it's kind of weird. I'm a little curious where that's going. It's one of those lines that you catch every now and then when you're playing a game or watching a movie or something like that, where they just invested a bit more into a character, like the backstory of a character or just like the emotion of a character than you were expecting. And you kind of have to decipher that because it comes out of nowhere. And the fact that you don't understand her backstory, you don't know who she is past, you know, what we've already been told. We haven't really known her that long either in the game, so, you know, getting to know who she is, it's difficult to understand why she said something like that. It like I said, did kind of come out of left field. She was very upset by the fact that he's been murdering people. Now, I'm assuming it probably has something to do with the fact that she feels responsible for Darth Jadis' death, because, you know, she was supposed to be the Watcher during the whole, you know, thing going up in the air, the ship, that is, going up into space and then blowing up, and I think she feels responsible for that. But that's why I actually, you know, give you guys a lot of detail on my character, so you don't get situations like that where you just don't understand why my character said something. I try to give you enough backstory to let you know why he said something and why he feels certain ways, and I think that's the best way to do it.
Sir, we're cut off. Thurston and Gerald tried to get out, but the Imperials are all over the swamps.
They would be. Damnation. I promised Gerald she'd die with the detonator in one hand and a glass of brandy in the other. Seems she's made a liar of me.
I'm sorry, sir.
Don't be. You were everything I could have hoped for. Now carve us a path out. I'll follow soon. All right, I see you. The least I could do was send the boy off with hope. But have you seen the strength of the revolution? Cells on Nar Shaddaa, Tholet and Molvar, Alderaan, Balmorra. It's an inspiration, no matter how it ends.
Your inspiration is terrorism. Plain and simple.
Nothing is plain or simple about terrorism, about rebellion, or about covert intelligence. That's your field, I presume. You don't look military. Tell me something. How much of my story has the Empire uncovered? What have your methods found?
No one cared about you before you killed Darth Jadus. I don't think there was much to learn.
Then listen. I'll tell you about the birth of the Eagle. I was a starfighter pilot. I flew in the battles of Coruscant and Druckenwell. Those were romantic days. Then, I began to lose squad mates. Some fell to Republic troopers. Imperial intelligence erased others. I wondered, was my empire worth it?
What answer did you come to?
I realized that the Empire destroys people. Our once great society runs on human fuel and serves no purpose beyond ego. I decided to fight for a return to the old Empire. The Empire isolated on Drummond Cass for 1,000 years. I thought I could succeed.
You really think things were better before we showed ourselves to the Republic?
During our dark millennium, we reached our civilization's zenith. Modern ambition has corrupted us. I recruited allies who felt as I did, but we were so few. Then, I was approached by a patron, someone who gave me a list of other revolutionaries, other revolutions across the galaxy.
This grand terror network, it wasn't your idea?
My patron was the spark. I am the flame. I sought my counterparts on many planets. They hated for different reasons, but we all shared a vision of the Empire's defeat. I gave up my name to lead them. I was no longer an ex-starfighter pilot. I was the Eagle. I was what the revolution needed.
You think you're special? You're just a murderer.
Many would say the same of you. Even in death, I'll have my victory. 6 dozen eradicator devices are already in place. They'll wait to receive orders, at first, but eventually without commands, they'll run rampant, fire blindly at cities from orbit.
Why would they do that?
Consider it a safeguard. Uncontrolled, the eradicators won't hit our targets, but chaos and death still send a message. Now, I believe my forces have had time to regroup. May whoever survives see a glorious future for the Empire.
Okay, so that's not good. Basically, the Eradicator is a weapon that is going to cause a lot of terror in the Empire. That's what it is. It is a terror weapon. I mean, these are terrorists by their very nature, but they are really, taking it all the way as far as the definition goes. You're looking at these weapons that are incredibly powerful, and even if the Eagle isn't around, they still will just fire randomly, which is really bad. So this is going to be a problem. We're going to have to figure out how to eliminate all of these eradicators. One might say eradicate the eradicators, but that's low-hanging fruit. Now, I'm kind of curious how we're going to do that.
Oh, damnation. Even surrounded, even seeing you, I didn't think it would happen like this. But as I said, it makes no difference. The eradicators will run rampant, the Empire will burn, and you have been betrayed.
Who's betrayed me?
My patron. The one who showed me how to unite the cells, proposed the eradicators, is one of your own people. A traitor in your empire has been helping us all along. Your civilization is so corrupt that it's destroying itself.
Give me a name.
If I had one, I might. But I never learned the truth. Goodbye now. Watch me burn.
He has a detonator. Get back.
Area is clear. Sir, are you all right?
Cypher 9, it's Watcher 3. Are you hurt? That was a nasty explosion.
Sorry, Watcher 3.
We met on Drummond Cass, sir, when you were posted there. Keeper sent me to assist with information retrieval, slicing the Eagle's computers. I'll also check out that device there. I think it's an eradicator.
Move fast. The eradicators may still be a threat.
Yes, sir. Cypher, I've got some preliminary findings. It's not good news. I overheard what the Eagle said. Looks like he was telling the truth. If no one gives the eradicators new orders, they'll go mad. Fire randomly.
Any idea how to disable them?
Here's the good part. I figured out their control mechanism. Transmit the proper codes, and you can set the device's targets, disable them, anything. The Eagle stored half the control codes on his computers. Someone else must have the second half.
So he couldn't have activated the eradicators himself?
Doesn't look like it. The Eagle must have been waiting for his partner. They would have targeted the eradicators, activated them together. You should head to Drummond Cars. I don't think there's anything more you can do here, and Keeper wants you back at headquarters.
Well, this was unforeseen. We have a traitor in the Empire, and not only that, this traitor also probably has the other half of these codes that we need in order to stop the eradicators. It's a bit of a problem. This probably wasn't one of those things my agent saw coming at all, and in fact he wasn't ready for this. This is a bit of a curveball, especially because his whole entire plan for being in the Imperial Intelligence didn't revolve around this.
Cypher 9, come inside. This should be a triumphant moment. It's a tremendous achievement bringing down the Eagle. The crisis has only escalated. The eradicators could begin firing at any moment.
I understand, sir.
Watcher 2, your report.
The Moths have placed local forces on alert, and a search for the eradicators is underway. Unfortunately, trends suggest we can only find one device every 5 hours. It'll be weeks before we destroy them all.
Disappointing, but not a surprise. Damage projections?
Estimates are 10 to 50 million deaths on each planet targeted. 40% military, 60% civilian.
Even at the low end, that's unacceptable.
Agreed. It sends the message that the Empire is vulnerable.
In order to deactivate the eradicators en masse, we need the control codes. Half the codes were on the Eagle's computers. We can only surmise that the other half are with the Eagle's patron.
Yes, the patron. A man whom the Eagle claims is inside the Empire.
Any idea who it could be?
I have my doubt that this patron is really a highly placed Imperial. It seems unlikely such a person could escape our scrutiny. Nonetheless, we can't ignore the possibility of a traitor. That's why we're meeting privately. Only the people in this room know the full situation.
How do you know everyone here is trustworthy?
I hope you're joking. Otherwise, I expect you to back up any allegations. Finish the report, Watcher 2.
The Eagle had been sending periodic transmissions to someone in the Artus system. Artus is uninhabited, devoid of resources and off the major hyperlanes. Our patron could certainly hide there.
I want you to lead a mission to Artus. You're to find the Eagle's patron and obtain his half of the control codes. Watcher 2 will rendezvous with you there. She knows more about the eradicators than anyone.
Are you alright with this?
I'll do what's necessary.
Your ships will be outfitted with cloaking devices. They'll only last one jump, but they'll get you into Artus unnoticed. After that, infiltrate whatever base the patron is using. Recover the eradicator control codes and stop the threat. Watcher 2, you're dismissed.
If you want to talk before the mission, I'll be at my station.
There is one more thing. Darth Zorid heard you were returning to Drummond Cars. She wants to speak to you.
I'm sorry about before, when she tortured you.
You aren't to blame. Zorid is unpredictable. I've done my best to shield intelligence from our new lord. You've been the unfortunate exception. Do what it takes to survive Zorid's attentions a little longer. Beyond that, the Dark Council won't let this continue forever.
We can't wait for the Dark Council. Someone needs to act.
Enough. Some things are too dangerous to think, let alone say, even in private. When you're through, head to the Artus system. This is our only chance, Cypher. Fail, and we all pay a grievous cost.
Oh man, this gets so good. I love this story.